Morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah,
Good
morning.
morning.
Now, I told you we started with the simple economy. I told you few features related to the resources, related to the individual. I told. Okay. So I just want you to tell, Nestle, can you tell what are the features of resources? Few features, or one of at least minimum one feature. What do you mean by resource? Otherwise, it has a feature. What is that? Nestle, can you tell? Hmm? Nestle, unmute yours. Do you know? Your voice is not heard. Anish, can you tell?
By resource, we mean goods and services which we use to produce our goods and services.
Okay, with whatever we are, with few things, we are producing goods and services. That is what you mean by resources. Okay. Kevin, can you tell, it has a particular feature. What is that particular feature? Hmm?
Ma'am,
Kevin?
is it that resources are used to satisfy our needs?
Resources can satisfy our needs. Okay. One special point is there. Ellen, can you tell?
Excuse me, ma'am. I can't hear you.
Feature, a particular feature of a resource.
Um,
Hmm.
Ma'am, it's limited.
It is limited. Very good. Okay, so that is in economics when we say, or even we talk about resources, it is very much limited, or it is it cannot be used for unlimited in an unlimited manner, or it should be used in such a manner that when we are using one resource, we have to compromise the use in another, or we are producing the things at the cost of other things. Like that, one feature is there for resources. Okay, then I told you, what do you mean by goods and services? What do you mean by goods? Amal, can you tell? What do you mean by goods?
It means food products.
Is it only the food products?
No,
What it is?
other things.
There are some particular definition for that. Sanam, can you tell?
Ma'am, everyday products and resources.
So it's okay. I gave you for proper definition. Abhilash,
ma'am, goods are tangible resources that are used for daily
yes, goods
day-to-day
are
satisfaction.
tangible resources that are used in our life. Okay. Then what do you mean by services? Pavitra? Services.
uh, Services are intangible
Hmm.
and
It
services
gives us
mean
intangible satisfaction that cannot be seen or touched, or like that it will be. Okay. Another one you can see that I told that whenever we are producing, or whenever we are taking a decision, there are different combinations of the use of resources. Okay, it's not that resources are unlimited. We can produce anything with that. That feature is not there. Because of that, we have to see which one is more appropriate and that can be used by, or that can be used in the production. I told you one example like cotton and corn. Okay, there are when the prices of cotton increases, what the people will do, what the producers will do, when the price of cotton is going on increasing, what the people will do, what the producers will do,
Increase production.
increase production. That means they are increasing production. Maybe what resources they are using for corn, that will be taken, and now they start producing the cotton. So this one special feature, you can see different combinations we will be making, that depends upon the demand. Okay, or price, we say that. We'll come to the point where I will tell you later. Another one which I told you is there are some central problems in an economy. What are those central problems? Vishnu, can you tell? Some problems we discussed. What are those problems?
What is produced?
What to produce?
How are these goods produced?
How to produce?
For whom to produce?
And for whom to produce. Okay. Aparna, can you tell what do you mean by what to produce? What does that mean? Aparna. Sayuja, Aparna, Akshay, Omar, on your video. Yes. Omar, where are you staying now? Omar.
Ma'am, Charai.
Okay, now you are at Chennai, not anywhere else, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Aparna, can you hear me? Anish, what do you mean by what to produce?
Ma'am, which product is needed the most
Hmm.
that should be produced in sufficient quantity?
In sufficient quantities. For example, we have to see what type of a country is ours. Then we have to decide whether we should produce this agricultural products or luxurious products. All these things will be deciding on the basis of the character of our country or the need of our country. Now, second one, how to produce. Sandra, can you tell me what do you mean by this how to produce?
By various infrastructures.
By various, we are mainly talking about method of production. Okay, in this how to produce, we are talking about method of production. So think of our country. Our country will be favoring what method of production?
Labor
Man.
intensive.
Labor intensive. Labor intensive. Okay, that means we should give more preference to the employment of the people rather than the machines here. Okay, now the last one, for whom to produce? That is Akshay. For whom to produce? What do you mean by that?
For the people most needed of their
Most
resource
needed.
or goods.
That means it depends upon the distribution. Actually, this area, this question gives you the answer that how the things should be distributed among the people. So these are the central problems of our economy. Now, every economy, they face this question, and we always see, or they always see to that which one is the most appropriate one. Then they will decide what all things are to be done, whether they should produce more luxurious goods or whether they should produce more agricultural products, or which technology they should use, whether it should be labor intensive or capital intensive, or how it should be distributed to the people, whether it is to be distributed at a low price or it is to be distributed at a high price. All these things will be coming under the topic that is all the central problems of economy: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. I'll just share the screen, just 1 minute. No. The next topic is about the production possibility frontier. Okay, production possibility frontier in the sense different possibilities of production. That's what they have given in this topic. So here you have your textbook with you. You can just take that. There is a topic they have given, production possibility frontier. Okay. Now in that, yes. So every society we have to determine which one, or
Ma'am,
we have to, yeah.
ma'am, I can't see your screen.
What about others?
Same, ma'am. We can't
Cannot
see.
see
Ma'am,
the
we can't
screen.
see.
Why? Once more, I'll share
Cannot
them.
see.
Just wait 1 minute. What about now?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
we
It's
can.
okay.
Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So every society, they have to determine or they have to take a decision that how they should allocate the scarce resources. The resources are scarce. That is a basic feature of resources what they have given. They are very scarce, and how they should allocate these resources in the production of goods and services. Okay. Now, any allocation that will give you a particular combination, that will give you a particular combination of goods and services, that, or it should be there, that particular combination should be there. Or we say that when the society is producing many things, they will decide, okay, this much kg of this production or this much liters of another product. Like that, different combinations will be there. Okay. So in any allocation when we are doing of these scarce resources, from that you will get a particular combination of different goods and services. Now, after this different combination, you can see whatever collection of all the possible goods and services, whatever possible combinations are there of what goods and services what we are producing, that we are producing from a given amount of resources and by using the technical knowledge. Just listen once more. Possible combination of goods and services what we are producing. Okay, that how we are producing with the available resources, with a given amount of resources. Now, after producing and how we are producing, whatever technology is available, with that when we are producing, we get a set of combination. That set of combination, we call it as production possibility set of the economy. Listen once more. All the with what resources available, we are producing goods and services with the help of the technology. It can be labor intensive or it can be capital intensive. It can be like that. Okay. With that, you will get a result of goods and services, or in front of the society, different combinations are there, that we call it as production possibility set of an economy. Okay. You got what it is? Sayuja, can you tell what do you mean by production possibility set of the economy? Sayuja, can you tell what do you mean by production possibility set?
Ma'am, can you repeat? I just
What do you mean by production possibility set of the economy? It's given on the screen. I just want you to tell what it is. Let's so that once more let others hear and goes in their mind. Yes.
the collection of all
The
possible
collection of all, ma'am,
Yes. Yes. Okay.
the collection of all possible combination of the goods and service that can be produced from a given amount of resource and stock technology. Knowledge is called the production possibility set of
Possibility
the
set.
economy.
Okay. Production possibility set. So once more I'm telling, so because why I am going on repeating, so that next time when I ask, you should tell me without seeing. Okay. So combination of goods and services that we are producing. How we are producing? With a given amount of resources. And it's not only the amount of resources we need technical knowledge also. All these combinations, we call it as, it comes under the production possibility set. Okay. Now, I will show you here you can see that one graph is given, production possibilities are given. Okay. Now, what do you mean by this production possibilities? Look at the table first, everyone. Everyone just study the table, read the table. Abhiram, those who are not responding, I will call your parents, okay? Before I call someone, no response. Vinay, Aparna, Naveen, Krishna Kanti, all on your
Ma'am?
videos. Yeah.
My mic wasn't okay. I think so now it is okay.
Okay. Vinay. Vinay. Vinay is not there. That's what I should understand now. Right?
Ma'am, he left the meeting.
He left the meeting. Okay. Krishna Kanti, can you
Yes,
see a
ma'am.
table on the screen? A table.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is that actually? By seeing that, what did you understand? The heading is given production possibilities. I will explain you, but I just wanted to know whether by seeing that, whether you understood anything. Because I was telling that different set of goods and services, different combinations of goods and services can be produced with the available technology. That is what you mean by production possibility set.
Available resources.
Available resources are there, but are we showing any resources here? Naveen, can you tell? What is there? What is that? What do you mean by that particular table? Possibilities only, correct? But you just tell me what it is. Okay, Basuri, can you tell?
Ma'am, can I tell?
Just wait 1 minute. Basuri, can you tell? Please unmute yours. Yeah.
Production of cotton, corn.
Little more louder.
Production of cotton and corn.
Okay, production of cotton and corn. Okay. Then A means what? Here A shows what?
Possibility.
Possibility of producing. Come to the point. Even if it is wrong, it's okay, fine. Possibility of producing what?
A combination of corn and
Production of corn and cotton. Okay. Now, what is the possibility they have given here for corn?
0.
0 unit. Okay. What is the possibility of producing cotton?
10.
10. Okay. So this is one production possibility. So a possibility or whatever resource is available, with that maximum you can produce how much units of cotton?
10.
10 units. What about corn? Can we produce if you are using all the resources?
10 only.
Huh?
No,
Corn?
like if we use all the resources.
0 units. Because we are using all the resources for the production of cotton. We are not utilizing for corn. Okay. Now, second possibility is what now? Now, we are, it was a 0 for corn. So, we are taking another set here now. We are producing a little bit of corn. So, what happened to the production of cotton? What happened to the production of cotton?
Production of cotton is decreased.
Yes, production of cotton decreased and we started using some resources for the production of corn here. Okay. So, yeah, as the 1 unit increased, you can see that cotton production decreased. Okay. So this is one possibility. This is another possibility though. So this is first possibility. This is second possibility. Now third possibility, if you see, what is that? As we are increasing the production of corn, here it is increased to how much?
2.
2. And cotton, what happened?
Decreased 7.
Decreased to 7. So that is a third possibility. Now fourth possibility is what?
Corn is 3 and
cotton
is decreased to 4.
Yeah, 3 units of corn and cotton, 4 units of cotton. The same thing you can see E, that is another possibility. Maximum, all the resources we are using for the production of
corn 4.
Corn here and no production of cotton. So these
Cotton.
are different possibilities of production. With available resource, maximum we can produce 10 units of cotton, or maximum we can produce 4 units of corn. So these are the different production possibility sets here, or production possibilities here. Now this is shown in the graph. You see the graph. A means what? Which production possibility is this one now? Maximum how much they can produce? Tell. How much cotton they are producing with this point A? Tell.
10.
10.
10 units of
Yeah.
cotton and 0 units of corn here. Okay. If you are coming to the B point, again, cotton production reduced, but at the same time, corn production increased here. Okay. So that is done. Again, C point, if you see, cotton production
7.
reduced, corn
7.
production increased. D, corn production increased, cotton production decreased. So these are the different possible sets or different possibilities of production here, where it shows that resources can be utilized for the production of different purpose. At the same time, you can see that when we are using one resource for the when we are allocating one resource for the production of goods, one good, what happens? We are compromising the production of other one. Here, as we increase the production of corn, which one we are compromising?
Cotton.
10.
Cotton production we are compromising. So this is now. So these are the points on the graph I told. Now, if we are producing at this, if the point of production is only this much, that means only this much of cotton and this much of corn. If we are producing, what does that mean? With the available resources, we can produce actually this much or this much. Okay, it should be this much or, sorry, this much. But the point stands here. Only this much we are producing. So it shows what? What does that mean? Can anyone think of?
We have extra resources.
You
that
have
are not
extra
used.
resources. Otherwise, we can, there are two options. Either we are not using the resources fully. Okay, we are just keeping some resources extra there. Or we can take that, or we can think that resources we are using, but we are wasting it. Okay,
The
or few
resources.
resources. Few resources we are wasting it. So this, any point below the graph, it shows these are the production possibilities. With that available resources, we can produce this much. That is compulsory. But if any point is below the graph, that shows what? What does it show? Either we are, what are the two possibilities I said?
Wasting the resources.
Either we are wasting the resources, otherwise
Using extra resources.
we are
Using
not
extra resources.
using it in a maximum manner. We are just not utilizing some resources. So here, this is what you mean by production possibility frontier. It represents whatever is shown in the table. It represents a combination of corn and cotton that can be produced when all the resources are employed. But if any point is lying below, what happens? Then what we should understand, it is either underemployed or we are wasting it. Okay. Now, so this is about production possibilities or production possibility set or production possibility frontier. Now, next one important point is opportunity cost. Okay, opportunity cost in the sense, here if you take this combination, that is 2 and 7. As we increased the corn production from 1 to 2, here how much we sacrificed?
2.
It is 2 we sacrificed. Okay. So here what happened? We are producing the corn at the cost of At the cost of what?
The 2
At the
units
cost
of
of
cotton.
cotton.
Cotton. That
Mm.
cost we call it as opportunity cost. Okay, you got it what I said? Whenever we are producing more of one good, we are compromising other goods. So that compromising, or we are doing this production at the cost of other. So that cost, we call it as opportunity cost. It's not that the cost is related to money or anything. Okay, so it is like a compromise what we are doing, or we are sacrificing the production of other one. So when we are producing one good, we are sacrificing the production of other good. So that cost, we call it as opportunity cost. Did you write it down? What do you mean by this different production possibility frontier, or what do you mean by opportunity cost? I want you to write it down. Okay, these small notes I will be asking later. Now, one more thing is there. This year they have told that you have to, maybe by the end of first term, or maybe I don't know exactly when they are going to tell you. You will have to submit the notes to the in the school. Okay, either your parents will come and submit the notes. So please write down the notes. We will be asking you to submit that. Okay. Now, just did you write what do you mean by production possibility frontier? Okay, do one thing, just write down the heading, production possibility frontier. I think this you can write otherwise. Yeah, the collection of all possible combination of goods and services that can be produced from a given amount of resources and a given stock of technological knowledge is called production possibility set of the economy. Just write it down, that one. After that, just draw that graph and table also. Just draw this graph and table. A
Can you
rough
show
one.
the slide before?
Yes. Production possibility set. What do you mean by that? Please write. Collection of all possible combinations of the goods and services that can be produced from a given amount of resources and a given stock of technological knowledge is called production possibility set of the economy. Did you finish this slide? Shall I go to the next one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now just draw this table and graph. Below that, whatever is given, don't write now. One point I wanted to tell you. After that, you can.
Ma'am, we should draw the both.
You should?
Draw both the graphs, like the A, B, C, D, that
Yes.
possible con.
Yeah, possible. Production possibilities, you write it down. Draw the graph also. And no need to, it should not be like exactly, there is no measurement, nothing like that. You just draw a rough, the rough graph here. Finish? The write-ups you don't write now. I just want to give you one point. After that only you do. After that, I will ask one person to read out what you have written. Okay, so don't sit without writing. Switch on your videos. What problem you have if you switch it on? Hmm? Okay, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now write the point. The curve gives the maximum amount of cone. The
Ma'am, what
maximum,
is
the
cone?
this curve. The curve gives the maximum amount of cone that can be produced in an economy for any given amount of cotton. For any given amount of cotton. For any given amount of cotton and vice versa. And vice versa. And vice versa. What do you mean by vice versa?
Opposite.
Yes, the opposite of that it can be. This curve is called production possibility frontier. This curve is called production possibility frontier.
Ma'am, can you repeat the point?
Okay, the curve gives the maximum amount of cone that can be produced in an economy for any given amount of cotton, and vice versa. And vice versa. Vice versa. This curve is called production possibility frontier. This curve is called production possibility frontier. Next point. The production possibility frontier gives, this is also the same meaning, but one stress they are giving to this point. I'll tell you that. The production possibility frontier, gives the combinations of, cone and cotton, when the resources of the economy, when the resources of the economy, when the resources of the economy are fully utilized. That is very important. When the resources of the economy are fully utilized. So that is the condition. We are utilizing all the resources at the maximum possible manner, and whatever combination of cone and cotton they have given production, that is what you mean by production possibility frontier. Now, next point, you can write any point. This you can write a point lying strictly below the, a point lying strictly below the PPF. You can write as a short form, but never use that in the exam or anything. A point lying strictly below the PPF represents a combination of cone and cotton, represents a combination of cone and cotton that will be produced, when all or some of the resources are, all or some of the resources are, some of the resources are underemployed, or wasted. This also you have to write opportunity cost. There is always a cost of having. There is always a cost of having. There is always a cost of having a little more of one good, a little more of one good, little more of one good in terms of the amount of, in terms of the amount of other good, in terms of the amount of other good, in terms of the amount of other good, that has to be foregone. That has to be foregone. I told you the meaning this regarding the how we sacrifice when we produce one thing instead of others. So we are foregoing that, we are sacrificing that. Okay, that has to be foregone. This is known as the opportunity cost. This is known as the opportunity cost. This is known as opportunity cost. Now, listen, every economy, they have to make all the production possibility frontier, in the sense they have to choose which one is, which set should be chosen, or how much labor intensive it should be, how much food grains should be produced, how much luxurious goods should be produced. Every possible combinations they have to see, and which one is more appropriate for the economy has to decide upon or needs to take the decision. Okay. Now, next they have given is regarding how we are organizing these economic activities in different countries. Okay. Organization of economic activities. Now, there are, don't write it down now. Just listen to me first. There are different kinds of economies now. One is the centrally planned economy. What do you mean by centrally planned economy? Planned economy. Can anyone say? Centrally planned economy. What do you mean by that?
Planned by the governments.
Planned by the government. That means each and everything will be planned by the government. There is another one economy, market economy. Have you heard about market economy? It is the opposite of this centrally planned economy. Okay, so here who decides? Here who is deciding? Government is deciding everything. Okay, so government plans everything. Market economy. Any idea? Who is
People or
deciding?
people's need.
People's need, in the sense we say that demand and supply. What do you mean by demand now? Can anyone say? What is demand? Have you heard? You might have heard about it. In simple, in our life, you can see that the demand for products or all
Which
these
gives
things.
more priority or more important.
Yes, my more priority, or which one is more demanded, in the sense which good has more priority now. Okay, so that is what you mean by demand here. Supply means what now? What do you mean by supply? Say. Supply means what?
Supply the product what we need.
What we need, is it that supply?
Delivery.
What we get.
What we get from the market, or what the producers are distributing in the market or supplying in the market, that comes under the category of supply. Now listen, always the price of a product will be determined by, always or you can say the decision here in a market economy, the decision is always taken by demand and supply, we say. Okay, for example, price of a product is going on increasing. So what the producers will do? What the producers?
Producer will increase the production.
Yes, producer will increase the production. Now, so many things are available in the market. Okay, you take the case of what can we say? What can we take an example? Okay, take the case of rice in the market. Okay, now rice is not that much available. The price is 30, and you can see the price is increased to from 30 to 35. Okay, so the producers, what they will do? They will try to produce more and more of that product. Why they are increasing the production? What's their main aim?
It is having more demand.
It is having more demand. Okay, that is why they are increasing production. Then what is the benefit for that producers?
More profit.
More profit. They will be getting more profit. Okay, so what happens whenever for any product the price is increasing, the producers will supply more and more. Okay, now when more supply is there in the market, what will happen?
Decrease in price.
Huh?
Decrease in price. The
It
price
will
will go down.
decrease the prices. Okay, so prices are decreased here. So now again, prices, when it is decreasing, people start buying more. Okay, so when people started demanding more, you can see the prices will increase. So this will go on continuing. So in the market economy, what happens? Prices will be determined, or decisions will be taken on the basis of what now?
Demand.
Demand and
Supply.
supply. Okay, so what centrally planned economy I have given here? Who is deciding the things here?
Government.
Government. But in the market economy, on what basis we are allocating resources?
Demand and supply.
Demand and supply. Okay, so
Supply.
this is what two types of economies what they have given under the organization of economic activity. The first one is centrally planned economy. Now, what are the features of this centrally planned economy? The first thing, government will be planning all important activities. That means government will decide what all things to be produced, how much quantities are to be produced, and how it should be distributed to the people. Every important decision that will be taken by the government, allocation of resources that will be taken by the government. Now, always they take the decision which is desirable for the society. Desirable for the society in the sense they will see to that whether there are poor people. So whether we have to produce resources for the whether we have to produce goods for the poor people or not. So what is desirable for the society, that kind of decisions will be taken by the government. And the last one, you can see that equitable distribution. Whenever government is doing things or government is deciding things, they always try to distribute these, whatever they are producing, goods and services, they will try to supply in an equitable manner. Or they don't see to that, okay, this will be available only for the rich people, or this will be available only for the poor people. Nothing like that. Everything will be equally distributed, even though there are rich and poor. So here the points you can write it down. Organization of economic activities. The first kind of economy, what is given? Centrally planned economy. In the centrally planned economy, what all features are coming? Centrally planned economy. The first feature, government plans all important activities. Government plans all important activities. Bracket you write. Production, exchange, and consumption. Production, exchange, and consumption. So here, government is planning all the important activities. Here you can put a bracket. There you can write production, consumption, exchange. Production, consumption, exchange. Second one, important decisions are made by the government. Important decisions, whether they should be producing more of, they should give more education, more health services to be provided or not, whether they should produce more consumption goods or not, that will be decided by the government. Oh, sorry, it is till 9:20 or what?
Periods are.
Okay, I will just, next period is also mine, so I will just switch it off. Then again, we will come back, okay? Next period also economics, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.